Even more Doom the Dark Ages content has been discovered and revealed throughout the past few days, like this official Doomslayer concept art from the digital artbook preview. Today we'll be breaking down and discussing new enemies, weapon upgrades, vehicle combat details, and levels that were unveiled during the recent gameplay showcase. A mysterious super heavy lizard demon made its first full appearance on the game's cover art, and while it initially seemed like the creature was completely absent from the Xbox Direct, some eagle-eyed fans discovered that the Slayer can be seen battling an untextured version of the lizard in the background of an id Software developer meeting. The footage may be short and blurry, but it's still good enough for us to determine that the enemy will be able to quickly charge towards players to deliver devastating blows with a large melee weapon. The energy cannon attached to its back suggests that this demon will have a wide variety of hard-hitting attacks capable of decimating Doomguy from any range, making it a huge threat that will undoubtedly become an immediate priority during combat. Special upgrades for a weapon called the Impaler were written on a whiteboard to the left of the unfinished Lizard gameplay video. The first enhancement is called Stalwart, which is a very basic improvement that makes demons drop Impaler ammo after being hit by the shield saw. Picking up weapon resources will empower your next shot if the salvage upgrade is equipped, and the charge spike feature lets the player slow down time by holding the firing button. Direct headshots will refill your current melee weapon if the lobotomy perk is unlocked, turning the railgun into an absolute resource powerhouse. Counter Sniper will also empower your next shot if an enemy projectile is parried while the Impaler is equipped. They've really made sure that each weapon is completely viable on its own as long as players are properly utilizing the melee options and shield abilities. The Impaler likely isn't a unique unannounced firearm, as it seems to be an early name for the rail spike that was scrapped during the initial stages of development. A list of levels is present on another whiteboard beside the weapon upgrades, although the only visible names are Hebeth and Siege. Some of you may remember that the Doomslayer blew a hole into the surface of Mars in Eternal in order to gain access to the lost city of Hebeth, which was supposedly established long before the Slayer's time with the Sentinels. This might actually be the full name of the Mars level that can be seen throughout several cutscenes and Atlan Mech gameplay segments, although it's difficult to say for sure since the untextured lizard footage and scrapped railgun name imply that this video was captured a bit earlier in development and things can change pretty quickly. All of this information is worth taking into consideration, but just be aware that it might not reflect the final product. The combat shotgun will seemingly gain the ability to light demons on fire, which will rapidly produce armor shards just like it did in the previous entry. This new upgrade can be seen in action around 2 minutes into the showcase, where the player ignites a Mancubus after multiple consecutive shotgun blasts and then performs a shield bash execution. In the same shot, a flail equipment pickup is placed to the right of the burning enemy. I personally don't think this will be our first time acquiring the flail. It's fairly likely that the floating weapon model will provide additional melee charges just like Eternal's Blood Punch pickups. The Atlan Mech will have its own dedicated levels where players can use its unique arsenal against a wide variety of Titan demons. Only the standard and armored Titans have been revealed so far, but fans who attended QuakeCon 2024 have stated that other never-before-seen variations were shown during the private 10-minute event, including one that walks on 4 legs. The Sentinel Dragon will have a much more limited set of abilities. We currently only know about the high-powered double machine gun and the Molten Fire Breath that has its own dedicated meter on the left side of the HUD. These brutal attacks can be used against an interesting roster of flying enemies, like the Kako Demon, Demonic Warship, and a variety of mini-bosses that are guaranteed to shake up the combat loop. When you're not soaring across sprawling sky cities on the back of a cyber dragon or ripping titans to shreds on the dusty surface of Mars, you'll be butchering armies of hellspawn throughout some of the most hardcore levels ever featured in a Doom game. One of the more mysterious locations has only been referred to as Worlds Beyond. This is unlike anything we've seen before. Several rotting Sentinel ships have been grounded on the shores of an archaic structure that seems to be placed in an otherworldly dimension. A very brief cutscene shown later on in the Death Direct depicts the Slayer acquiring a strange artifact in a large open room that might be a part of the Worlds Beyond mission, although the lack of context makes it difficult to come to a solid conclusion. The Dark Ages version of Hell will look very similar to Doom Eternal's Necroval missions. Titan corpses have been nailed to huge metal towers outside of a wicked demonic gate surrounded by flowing lava and lakes of fire. It's reminiscent of the standard Hell themes found throughout the second half of Exultia and both parts of Necroval. The organic gore environments from the previous game also make a brief appearance during the showcase. 3 Mancubi lumber towards the Slayer as he swiftly maneuvers past an abandoned Sentinel mech that was overcome by tentacles and and sentient gore. Players will be returning to the shores of hell, as one recently released gameplay screenshot is titled Harbor of Souls, and several short in-game clips reveal grand demonic castles bordering decrepit beaches devoid of all hope. We'll also fight through plenty of unique Sentinel locations as well, like a rotting swampland on the outskirts of a capital city or the grimy mech factory, where enormous ammunition is produced and colossal machinery is forged. Doomguy will go from blasting through relentless battalions of demonic minions across war-torn battlefields in the day, to weaving between collapsed buildings in a once-populated village as he pushes towards a spectacular coliseum at night. A dark forest level might reveal the hidden secrets of the primitive Sentinel warrior tribes and their harrowing battles against Argent D'Neur's first real threat, the towering ancestrals that came to life after the World Spear initially pierced the dormant planet. We will get the chance to face off against Hell during one of their largest invasion attempts on the rainy beaches, rocky cliffsides, and ancient mountains found near the far edges of the Sentinel Kingdom. The exploration overview gave us a glimpse at the expansive mines and maze-like dungeons found deep beneath the besieged lands of Argent D'Neur, which are guaranteed to have tons of hidden riches and complex secrets for hardcore sleuths to dig into. More gameplay and combat details were revealed during an exclusive interview with Hugo Martin and Marty Stratton. Click on the video that's on screen now to learn more. Thank you all so much for watching today's video, I hope you enjoyed it. That's pretty much all that I have for now, though. Until next time.